NBC Sports is live in Daytona Beach, Florida for the 45th running of the Pepsi 400. For years, this race was run on the 4th of July, and it signaled the halfway point of the season. Well, the date may have changed, but the tradition remains the same. With 20 races to go, the charge to the Winston Cup Championship hits high gear right here tonight. Hi, everybody. I'm Bill Weber, and on behalf of our entire race family, welcome to the third season of NASCAR on NBC. We're ready to go racing, and along with our partners at TNT Sports, we're going to take you all the way to the championship once again in Homestead, Florida. 20 straight weeks of NASCAR Winston Cup racing. That chase begins right now. Here's Matt Yocum.
Bill, the most prolific restrictor plate driver over the past 10 races, a Dale Earnhardt Jr. with 5 wins. But last night in the final practice session, we saw something we normally don't see. A lot of guys passing you. Any cause for concern, experimenting, or maybe a little gamesmanship?
We were just trying to see how the car was going to do in traffic. The car's as strong as it's always been, and we were real fast in the first practice. The second practice, we were just trying some things. But the car's going to be pretty kick-ass tonight. We'll just have to see how the start is, try to get to the front as fast as we can.
How jacked up are you?
Well, I'm ready to go. Just got to, I like to stay mellow because it's a long race, and as the night gets later, I get a little more crazy, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, last night he earned his 4th win this season at Daytona, tying a record set by his father and Fireball Roberts. A win tonight, he'll own the whole thing, Dave Burns.
Matt, here at Daytona, in the last 5 races, Michael Waltrip has 5 straight top 5s, including 3 wins. Mike, your car in qualifying wasn't the fastest. Can it break out of the pack and be at the front at the end?
Yeah, we qualified 7th a year ago and won, so we're not real concerned about where we're starting. We love the way the car was driving in practice. It's really fast. I want to thank God for our freedom, thank our leaders of our great country for our freedom, and the men and women that serve to protect us. Today is a day to be thankful, and I'm thankful for so many things, and just ready to race.
Michael, look for his independence from these guys at the checkered flag later tonight. Marty?
Well, Dave, Daytona lately could surely be spelled D-E-I-T-O-N-A and not R-O-U-S-H. The best Roush car qualified 30th. Your car qualified 37th. Matt Kenseth, the points leader. What is going on with all 5 Roush cars?
That's not very impressive. They're not very fast on their own, but they seem to draft okay. My car seems like it drafts really good. It handles really, really good. So I'm pretty excited the way the car handles. We just got to find some speed, and hopefully we get hooked up with some people to draft with during the day and get to the front.
In the race for the championship, Bill, everyone's in his rearview mirror, but tonight he'll be in theirs, at least at the start of the race. Back to you, Bill. Thank you, Marty, and we're joined on the wagon by 4-time Winston Cup champion Jeff Gordon. We found out one thing that Marty can't spell.
I was trying to figure it all out myself.
You're 3rd on the grid, and look, Jeff Gordon's 2nd in the championship standings.
Discover Card Countdown to Green is brought to you by Discover to Go. It pays to discover. And by Crispy, Crunchy, Cone-Shaped Bugles.
I hope you had a good seat for our preview show this afternoon right here on NBC. Tickets were free and Benny Grilled Burgers. He also introduced us to a couple of military veterans. Bill Brooks is the pilot for Rusty Wallace Incorporated. NBC Sports presents the NASCAR Winston Cup Series Pepsi 400 live from Daytona Beach, Florida. There are 7,697.8 miles remaining on the road to Homestead. And in the Winston Cup Series, the most important mile is the next one. To the starting grid, here's Matt.
Tony Stewart has 2 Budweiser shootout wins tonight, going for his first points win here at Daytona. Tony, judging from happy hour, how's the car?
Famous words in motorsports. Please welcome back Warren Sapp.
Gentlemen, start your engines.
Hope you're having a great birthday weekend, America. We celebrate it with you.
Daytona tonight and to bring you the race for the championship. BP, let's start talking teammates. How are they going to play into tonight's race, and how will tonight's race play into the championship?
Well, never has working together been more important than it is today in Super Speedway racing. And who better to work with than a teammate? We talked to Kurt Busch about that, and Kurt said, we understand we have Kenza, our teammate back there. We need to work with him. 5 Roush cars, 30th or back. They need to get together, get around Matt Kenza, and take him to the front and protect him, because after all, Daytona, Talladega, you can take some serious hits to that point championship lead.
And you're right. And I tell you what, to beat DEI, you're going to have some teamwork. 3 guys can do it. There's 3 teammates that can do it. Childress Racing. But 2 of those guys don't play well together, and that's Robbie Gordon and Kevin Harvick. So it should be real interesting. I think those guys can do it, but it's going to be fun to watch tonight.
Yeah, it should be. Might be some fireworks there. Let's talk about another set of teammates. The guys on pit road. They might decide who wins this race.
Well, track position is so doggone important. It's so hard to pass once you get by that 3rd or 4th position. Back in the pack, you can pass. And what better place to do it than on pit road? It might be the race may be decided on pit road tonight.
Benny, you are right. And it's real important also how you get in the pit lane. You've got to charge into this pit, but you got to be careful not to lock your tires up, because there'll be guys taking only 2 tires. If you lock up that left front tire, you may flat spot it, and may cause problems.
Remember that they use the smaller 13.5-gallon fuel cells here at Daytona, so they'll be making more frequent pit stops during tonight's race. The dignitaries are clearing the grid, including Angie Eberhardt, the co-grand marshal, the last action hero. When we come back, a look at the starting lineup, and the cars will be on the track.
I'd like to welcome all of you to NBC.
At Daytona International Speedway, cars are on the track getting ready for the 45th running of the Pepsi 400. Delighted to be here to bring it to you on NBC. The official beer of NASCAR is proud to sponsor the Bud Pole Award, given to the fastest qualifier in each NASCAR Winston Cup race. This week, Steve Park picked up his first Daytona Bud Pole. 12 drivers now qualified for next February's Budweiser Shootout. More than $7 million now awarded as NASCAR's Pole Award program from Anheuser-Busch. Starting lineup for tonight's Pepsi 400. Alongside Park is Richard Childress' teammate Kevin Harvick on the front row. Row number 2, Jeff Gordon and Sterling Marlin. Between them, 11 wins at the restrictor plate racetracks. There's the Dale Earnhardt Incorporated dominators, Dale Earnhardt Jr. and Michael Waltrip in row 3. Could one of them continue the dominant streak tonight?
Finished right on the inside of row 4 is best Super Speedway starting over here, and Jamie McMurray finished 3rd last night, started 30th. In row 5 on the inside, Elliott Sadler finished 3rd at Talladega back in April, and Jeremy Mayfield, Talladega pole winner. Back in row 6, Jimmy Johnson, who led the most laps at Talladega, and Casey Mears on the outside.
Tony Stewart, Bill Elliott, back in the 7th row. Stewart, the defending series champion. And while you look at the rest of the starting lineup, we told you it was an all Richard Childress Racing front row. How about the 3rd member of that team, BP?
Robbie Gordon is starting back in the, there we go, 18th position. Robbie Gordon, Benny Parsons up at NBC. You got me?
Hi there, Benny. How are you, buddy?
I'm doing okay. What's your biggest concern tonight, Robbie?
What I was just checking right there, Benny, I was checking my brake bias, just making sure that I don't lock up the rear tires, getting into the pit. Probably one of the best places to pass all night long. We've got a pretty good car. Everybody on the singular wire team has been working real hard. That victory, 2 weeks ago at Sonoma has built a lot of momentum for the second half of the season.
Robbie, don't forget you can't have too much front brake, because you may slide those front tires and flat spot them making pit stops.
10-4. It's going to be real interesting tonight to see who takes 2 and who takes 4. Because with these less gas, pit stops don't take as long as they used to.
Is your car good enough to win?
I think so. My 2 teammates up there, Steve Parker, I want to congratulate him driving the AOL car. And again, Harvick, they're on the front row. We've got the same stuff they got. We just missed a little bit in qualifying, so hopefully we'll get up there to them soon.
Good luck to you.
Bye.
Stacy Compton scratch on the field in the 4 car. Here are those who failed to qualify for the race. The top 2 of those, Petty Enterprises cars. Kyle Petty saying the engine department let him down this week. Kyle starting way back in the field in 42nd spot.